please introduce yourself. What is your name?
I'm Richard. I'm the housekeeper at the manor here on Holy Island Lindisfarne. Been here 4 years.
Okay. And I understand you have a special cross that you have found. Could you tell us, show the cross? Let me
You
bring
can
it
take
closer.
a snap of it later and
Yeah,
cut it in.
So, please tell us the story of the cross and the beads on your necklace.
Nearly 3 years ago, I was down on the beach digging St. Cuthbert beads, which are a crinoid fossil. So it's an animal that looks like a plant, and it goes into little sections with a natural hole in it. And the monks used to make little rosary beads out of these fossils. So I was down digging for these just for fun. And I dug my hand in the sand after 10 minutes being there. I was going to be there an hour. Dug the hand in, I pulled out a very green cross. And because it had a loop top and bottom, and it kept hollow in the middle, I knew it was a reliquary box. I didn't know its age. I straight away was like excited, and I ran it on. I've been on the beach 10 minutes, and I got home. I cleaned it up with a bit of Coca-Cola and a brush. Then I connected it to the 9-volt battery out of our fire alarm, and I used electrolysis to just clean it in bursts, little shocks of electric. And it cleaned up really nice. Bit of brasso after that. Anyway, in it, there's a little cartouche at the top, which would have had something engraved. Then there's Christ's hair and beard, hands. I'll show all this in a bit, and you can see it up close. His tunic and feet, which are all inlaid in silver into bronze. I liked it for a while, and I wore it. I loved it. I was hiding it from visiting archaeologists, tucking it in my top every time they came in to eat. And then after a while, I shared it with a friend of mine who's an archaeologist. And he sent me a link for another one that was found in Poland, which I'll share and you can post up and you can compare. The two are identical. So it's a 7th century, from the article I've looked at, it's a 7th century cross, meaning it's 1200 years old, 780-ish, which is about when the Vikings were here. And it's a reliquary box. It would have had a seal from the Vatican closing it. It would have had some relic, either bone, hair, cloth, some writing or whatever. And somebody has come from Constantinople, or that sort of region of Europe, probably on verbal instructions to go to the Isle of Angles, cross over the sea from Gaul, go up the east coast, cross over the Great Wall into the wildlands, look for an island that is only accessible twice a day. And that's the pilgrimage that they were probably sent on to the priory at Holy Island. And either it was lost on the way, or someone gave it up as a sacrament to celebrate getting here, because it was at the end of the causeway. Or some monk was face down in the water as the Vikings, because if you read the account of how they attacked, they didn't even waste arrows and swords on the monks. They just held them under the water and drowned them. So, I don't know where it's come from, but for me, the fact that someone travelled all that way on the faith of this getting them here is what means the most to me. I'll pass it over, you can take some photographs and you'll see it in the edit.
And you said that you feel blessed.
Oh, I feel
since
very
you
blessed.
found this. You felt blessed.
I live a very blessed life here. I do.
How so?
I work 30 hours a week. I get a cottage with that 30 hours, meals included, no bills. I finish work at 2 o'clock. I can go and do whatever I want the rest of the day. Great friends, great company. It's just an amazing place to live.
So these would have been prayer beads.
They're a natural fossil with a hole in.
Natural fossil, and they used them as prayer beads,
Yeah,
right?
they're called St. Cuthbert beads.
And this would have been right here, a clasp for the other half, which would close up, and this would be a reliquary.
It's just Cheers.
It's
It's special to me. I used to change my necklaces all the time. Like my clothes and my watch and my hat. I'll have a different one on depending on the mood. Since I found this, I haven't worn another necklace. It's been like 3 years around my neck.
And do you consider yourself a believer, a Christian?
I went to a Christian school in England, the Church of England school. I do believe. I don't follow any church because I think a lot of what's written is just written by man.
Sure.
Jesus had gatherings, and at no point was it follow this religion. It was love the neighbour.
That's true. I agree with that.
At no point in the Bible does it say follow this religion and no other.
He said follow Christ.
Yeah.
Love
the neighbour. That's all it was. It was all love.
Love.
To me, I'm an ex-nurse. I have seen so many people come into hospital with belief. And I'm not just talking religious belief. You can have belief in your family, and that gets you through. You can have belief in the science and the doctors, and that gets you through. You can have belief in just yourself. You can be a confident person, and that gets you through. But the people who come who don't believe in any religion, that I think the family out there don't believe in themselves, don't believe in the science, they're the ones that struggle.
So believe in something at least is better than nothing.
To me, the key factor is belief, not what it is.
Okay. We are pilgrims.
Yeah.
We are Orthodox Christians, and we came here specifically to the Holy Island of Lindisfarne to venerate the place where Saints Aidan and Cuthbert were here buried and they asceticized. And so this is just a fantastic gift of God that we ran into you, and we've got your story.
You'll see so much on this island. You really will. There's a lot of history, a lot of... It oozes it out, honest to God. There's so much here. You can sit on a cliff here and really connect with yourself and everything.
Yes, I might go and do that this evening. Sit on a cliff.
Take a flask of coffee, a sandwich, and before you know it, you'll realise you've spent 3 hours and it felt like 20 minutes. Yeah, it's a real place of finding yourself. The tide goes out, everyone disappears, and it's like, that's the silent time.
Got it. Okay, thank you so much,
Thank you very
sir.
much.
Thank you. Thank you for your story.
Yeah, I'll take it off and take some up close photos.
Sure.
And then you can cut that in.